A day after a bomb cyclone blasted the Big Apple with wind-swept piles of snow, New Yorkers awoke Friday to bone-chilling misery and a dangerous commute. The massive winter nor'easter dumped as much as 13 inches of snow in some areas and unleashed hurricane-force winds and flooding that wreaked havoc across the tri-state area. Forecasters expected face-stinging cold that could break records in more than 24 cities and bring wind chills as low as -20 degrees this weekend. Winter Storm Grayson forced thousands of flights to be cancelled, and New York City's two main airports halted flights and were shuttered for parts of the day because of whiteout conditions. Flyers are urged to contact their airlines for information on resumption of specific flights before going to the airport, JFK Airport said on Twitter as the airport announced that flights would resume at 7 a.m. Friday. The flight tracking site FlightAware reported more than 5,000 cancelled flights across the country. Those included more than two-thirds of flights into and out of New York City and Boston airports. Amtrak said it reduced service on several routes in the Northeast on Friday, including its train between Washington, D.C. and Boston. The Long Island Railroad and Metro-North Railroad reduced service and told passengers to expect delays Friday. New York City schools will reopen Friday, according to Mayor Bill de Blasio, though some residents started a petition to keep them closed, citing slippery roads as a top concern, according to NBC4. Strong wind gusts of 40 mph or more also will lead to blowing and drifting snow, making digging out even more difficult, and will send temps into the teens with feel-like wind chill temps even colder. Friday morning commuters will face what feels like -11 degrees. And from Friday night into Saturday morning, it will feel as cold as -20 degrees across the tri-state area, according to WNBC meteorologists. Sanitation officials warned New Yorkers that treated streets in the city may not show blacktop just yet and driving conditions may still be treacherous after the storm. Alternate side parking is suspended in the city through Saturday, though meter rules remain in effect. The storm was powered by a rapid plunge in barometric pressure that forecasters termed a bombogenesis, or a bomb cyclone, which brought high winds and swift, heavy snowfall. According to the National Weather Service, parts of Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island and the Bronx received more than a foot of snow, while Manhattan's totals were as high as 10 inches. The weather has been blamed for at least 14 deaths in the past few days, including 4 people reported killed in North and South Carolina, where icy roads sent vehicles skidding. Another fatality was reported near Philadelphia when a vehicle could not stop at the bottom of a steep, snow-covered hill and slammed into a commuter train. A passenger in the vehicle was killed. No one on the train was hurt. About 500 members of the National Guard were activated along the East Coast to assist with emergency response, including 200 in New York State, according to the U.S. Department of Defense. More than 100,000 homes and businesses lost power at some point Thursday.